working. Good. Right, Colin. Great. Glad you decided to do it this way. It's nice for everybody because everybody here gets to see something, and students in the future get to see something, and you get the benefit of getting past this particular slight irritation, I would call it. Would you explain a little bit to me about what happens? You mentioned a bit yesterday. You said it was a sort of a thing to do with confidence, something along those lines.
It feels like a kind of confidence or an anxiety thing.
Okay.
It's pretty much like a physiological response to that bothers me.
Okay.
A kind of tightening on about my diaphragm that can sometimes result in a stammer or a stutter.
Ah, that's what you said. Yeah. So you get a tightening in you notice there's some trigger, external trigger. You said it was meeting new people or something like that. Was that right?
Yeah, meeting new people, particularly kind of face-to-face contact, or if I'm really speaking to people on the phone. I think sometimes I'm feeling a bit kind of stressed or tired. I even get that way with my partner sometimes when she's talking.
Yeah.
And I get this kind of tightening in my stomach.
Okay.
And this kind of blinking with my eyes.
Okay, your eyes start to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get there'll be a certain trigger. There could be any number of them. It could be phone calls, new people, or it could even be stressed, tired, and talking to your partner and stuff like that. But which would simply put, an anxiety response and a response to this sort of anxiety. Well, we'll use the word anxiety just for a word, okay? The response to the anxiety trigger is this physiological tightening in the stomach, and then it results in your eyes blinking. And when you get that tightness in your stomach, just imagine it for a moment. Does it, if it was a ball of energy kind of held down, what happens to it where the eyes begin to blink, where you have that physiological response? I'd like you to give me a description of like the whole deal. Imagine like you're just meeting me, right? Just imagine we haven't met, we didn't know each other, and we were just meeting, and you were going to do this anxiety response. Okay? What would have to happen?
My stomach would start to feel tighter, and my diaphragm it almost feels like an elastic band, and it gets tighter, and my breathing becomes more and more shallow, and that's almost it almost kind of connects to my eyes.
Okay.
And then my eyes start to feel really, really tired, and it really kind of wears me down. It's really tiring, and I lose focus on what's available to kind of converse where I learned in that situation, because I'm completely focused on
what's going on inside you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you had a different focus of what was going on inside you, that would be a good thing, wouldn't it? A comfortable kind of focus when they were saying, if we just call it trigger anxiety.
Yeah.
An anxiety response, a trigger response kind of thing. Yeah? Okay. So if you had situations like that and you learned to develop a more comfortable feeling, you learn to develop a more relaxed and easy feeling, that would be a good alternative to that bench one, fairly obviously.
Just a normal feeling, like the feelings that I have when there's no stress, or like imagine like if I'm on my own, and like I don't have to worry about this self-image.
Yeah, I understand.
Thing.
Sure.
That's what I want to be.
Okay.
It's just a normal feeling. Normal.
Okay. And feeling normal is, I know this is a funny question, but feeling normal means what to you?
Means being quiet inside and
nice and still.
Nice and still, breathing deep, relaxed.
That kind of thing. Just nice and easily focused and comfortable at ease. Just a nice calmness, kind of centeredness. Okay, great. Okay. And this sort of trigger, we've got this trigger. So I'm trying to understand it. Okay. So we've got this trigger that comes along, and I have maybe a voice in my head, perhaps, or something that goes. Maybe it happens very quickly. Goes, uh-oh, or something.
Yeah, like it happened this morning. I forget that it happens to me.
Yeah, because it's unconscious. Yeah.
In the morning, and then something will happen. Like this morning, I think you were talking and you caught my eyes, and I thought, it's like I remembered that I had to do it.
You remember to have your problem. You've got to learn to forget to have your problem, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, I forgot to get nervous. Oh dear, I'm going to do it now. It's crazy, but people do it. I always tease, I remember in a big group, well, what we want to do is teach people to forget to remember to have their problems. It's the best thing.
Totally bizarre.
I know, no, I understand. There's nothing unusual.
And then as soon as I remember that, I start ruminating on it.
And then you get into it again.
And then I get in it again.
Okay. So something has to happen, and then this starts up that tightness, and even if something hasn't happened, then you remind yourself that you should be feeling uncomfortable when you feel comfortable. It's crazy what we can do with our brains sometimes, isn't it? I mean, It always astounds me that we're all capable of making ourselves feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But equally, that necessitates the opposite thing. We're also capable of making ourselves feel comfortable, which then leads into just feeling a kind of nice neutralness, centeredness, kind of easiness, which is something you'd like, obviously enough, I suppose anyone would. So if I was to have this, I'd have to get a trigger and tighten up, and I guess if I was to say, you get this kind of energy moving up, would it be right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Whenever I'm doing these things, always correct me if I'm wrong when I'm trying to, and this energy moving up, then my eyes start to blink, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm starting to focus on internal tension.
Yeah.
And then I suppose it has to come around again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a loop.
It's like a loop. Okay, so it comes around like that? If you imagine it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I've got this tension that comes up. When you're feeling kind of nice and easy and relaxed, just think about that. What's that like inside for you? I mean, I know neutral's a hard thing to say, but I will accept that answer in a way.
Yeah, suppose like a good kind of analogy would be like a lake with ripples on it.
Okay. A nice still lake.
Mm.
You just kind of could see into the lake, you could reflect things, because it's not all getting interference
it's
patterns.
ripples.
Exactly, right. So it's kind of clear, and you can see clearly in that. So if we had a way of actually reversing that energy, if you could imagine for a moment, imagine just for a moment with me that you've got that tension and it comes up and, just take yourself back a bit to this morning. And okay, yeah, I know Matt, he seems okay, I feel pretty relaxed here with these folks and all the rest of it, but you reminded yourself to get tense. It's madness, isn't it? Yeah, I know, but never mind. You're believe me, buddy, you're not alone. The vast swathes of humanity does this sort of thing, me included. So you get this, and up it comes, and that starts to blink and all the rest of it. And then when you're calm, it's all everything kind of settles down. I'd like you to just imagine something, because we're using our imagination here, our mind, imagination, our conscious and unconscious resources, and we're putting them all together to get a state change. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Change of feeling. I'd like you just to imagine, because you're good at imagining, because you must be, because you imagined a sort of threatening situation when there wasn't one, me talking about this, that, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, there was no threat. But yet you were so good at, imagining something. Yeah, some stuff like that. So you can do it quite well. I'd like you to imagine that, at the moment when you do this anxiety, get this tension, up it comes, goes this way, okay? I want you to imagine that as soon as you got that feeling, okay, you notice the feeling, just noticing the feeling, and somehow, or even a little bit before it, if you knew that you were going to go into a new situation, you kind of like put that feeling outside yourself, that tightness, and imagine reversing the energy like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As though it was that. And you mentioned that it was, you said like a still pond.
Yeah, when I'm feeling...
Exactly, when you're feeling cool, when you're feeling good. Imagine in your mind that, you notice, so it goes that way when it's uncomfortable. And imagine you take it out and you spin it that way. As though it was water, right? Okay, that was cool and relaxing. When we get hot, the old expression, hot and bothered.
Yeah.
People say hot and bothered, and you had this cool waterfall. It just went round like that into a still pool. Do you know what I mean? The kind of beautiful tropical still pool idea, that kind of thing. So it went, like a kind of martial art kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of, yeah, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean, with the blinking and everything else like that. It went. Can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you try that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you just to imagine something, okay? Let's just go right, this morning was a reasonable enough example, okay? It's near enough in your mind.
Yeah.
Or perhaps even of a biggest occasion. Any occasion you like where you can generate that energy, okay? I want you to simply, at the moment, just close your eyes for a moment, and just imagine reversing it. Just that cool water going the other way, energy going the other way. As it settles, you settle. That's it. Okay?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Does it feel nice?
Yeah, it felt nice. It felt quite natural with the exhale to do that.
Yeah, you mentioned your breathing. That's very important. So we're going to add that in as well.
Okay.
Okay? So in the past, that energy went up this way, and you said your breathing became tight, yeah, and your eyes had to flick, and then you had to notice how you felt and all the rest of it, which distracted you from what you wanted to be doing. So now I want you to add in, as you try this, I want you to go, imagine it, take it out, notice the energy, you know, I'll call it energy, it's easier. Notice the energy. Yeah, with the breathing.
Okay.
Which way does your breathing go? If you think about it for a moment, when you're anxious. You said it goes, do you breathe through your mouth or through your nose? Just think for a moment. Take the time just to sort of, is it?
If I'm anxious, I'm definitely breathing through my nose.
You breathe through your nose?
Yeah, and it's from my chest, really, really shallow.
Okay, so is it, that makes it, you know, okay, now I want you to do it, but I want you to do the reverse. So what we're going to have the energy going this way, right? Breathing in through your mouth. And out through your nose. The reversal. The exact opposite of the other one. In fact, you could practice this in a way where you also had that nice sound. You know that inner sound? It's obviously very loud in my head, but you know the one, you get a vibration.
Vibration inside.
It's kind of, yeah. Try it again. So imagine a stimulus, you're in this situation. Okay? And this time you breathe in through your mouth. And around, and let the energy go and the waterfall become still. That's it. And that's right. Round it goes. Spinning and then cooling down. Spinning, cooling. That's right. Okay, open your eyes for me. Okay? You get the idea?
Yeah.
You get the idea of the skill? Kind of, I've woken you up out of that because I think you might have stayed there for a while. If we didn't, we'd never get through. Because there's some other things I want to do, actually for the benefit of you, but also for the benefit of the group here and the benefit of the recording, okay? Because you've learned so far in these last couple of days that you can have a structure to change, you can change something like that, but it gets very much stronger and more valid. It has a stronger kind of feeling when you begin to go and do it in a deep trance.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able in a moment to go into a really relaxed state of mind and begin to spin that energy the other way, yeah, from the old way. So that energy, that movement now becomes an energy towards your inner peace, which you deserve. Close your eyes. Right back. Oop. Without knocking yourself out.
That's your job.
That's my job, exactly. You got it right. Can you tell them that? Yeah, that's my job. Okay, right. So it's just to start with, just to begin, because you've learned now how to go into a comfortable state of relaxation anyway. And in a moment I'm going to pick up your hand. That's it, and relax it, relax it. And I'm not going to put it down any more fast. And it's not going to go down any more quickly. Then you run that energy system really comfortably, really comfortably, going deeper and deeper inside to your own comfort. Just take your time, take your time. Make your unconscious do it. That's right. Run that energy around the other way. And breathe a different way. See, feel, and hear yourself. That's right. And it's just so you can see, feel, and hear yourself. So you can drift back in time, Colin. If you knew that, or you know now how to do this. If you knew it then. And yourself being calm, relaxed, and focused. as I speak to your unconscious mind, which knows how to do these things now, easily for calm for you, going deeper and deeper into your own comfort, so that still pool becomes where you remember to go. You remember to have that still pool with that comfortable sound. And you can remember that easily. And even as your conscious mind thinks of all the various places where you have in the past or where you could have in the future become uncomfortable, you can see, feel, and hear yourself right in the now, in there, right now, comfortable and relaxed, still and easy. And you know that you could have that feeling running around in a good way. And you could have those words as you hear my voice, still, cool, comfortable, still, cool, comfortable. And instantly, everything settles down, and your energy flows easily around in that good way for you. Each and every time, relaxing more and more inside, as your brain puts all the pieces of these together, as your unconscious mind works with your conscious desire to be what you deserve to be, which is cool, calm, and focused, relaxed, easy. That's right. Down, down, each and every time. Oh, that's right, calm. Comfortably relaxed in that still pool. As you relax by that still pool, you can feel the comfort of your own inner peace. And that pool settle allows you to reflect clearly, to focus easily, to see things clearly, and even better than seeing things, to see, feel, and hear clearly with comfort inside. And you know this is all inside you, a natural capacity, because all it was in the past was simply learnt behavior to a stimulus. And your brain has learnt right now to have a better and more useful response. Your own centered, cool stillness. And you can laugh and smile inside and it feels good, because you can remember to feel good wherever and whenever you choose. And there will be times that are rattle making, shall we say, but you'll have access now to still, calm pool. Still, calm pool. That energy physically runs that way like cool water on a hot tropical day, running around and through to stillness. A wonderful inner stillness that's all yours. That's controlled by you. You're in control of your own response, your own brain. And you can choose to be cool and still, relaxed and focused. Hear what you hear, see what you see. Feel really comfortable, really relaxed, and absolutely natural. Now I like to know, and I like to check that your unconscious mind understands what I've been talking about, because I know it does. It is often very useful to just know that I'm going to touch you on this finger here. And that finger can just begin to move in a yes direction. Just begins to move up. That's right. Thank you. Your unconscious mind. I want to thank you now, your unconscious mind. I know you're wanting the same thing. I realize that. That you are now capable. And I want your unconscious mind to signal me again on that finger that you, and the whole of you, knows that you have a curious opportunity and are able to use this skill now and in the future. That's right. And you know with absolute certainty your unconscious and conscious mind will now work together to relieve any of those old feelings and give you these pleasurable, centered, new feelings of relaxation. So you can begin to open your eyes and come back. That's right, nice and comfortable. And hello.
Hello.
Hello, that's it. Feel okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? You sure?
So.
That's it, you look pretty certain to me. I said, yeah, okay. Great, thank you very much. You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Right, we can move on then.
Move on.
Yep.